just looking at Pierre, South Dakota, it's getting pretty ugly out there right now, but making its way up north into the Redfield and Aberdeen area is a larger band or a more significant band of snow. Stop this radar for a minute and we'll take a look at this. This is heavier band of snow making its way just into Redfield area. And oh, I got my buddy here. So we are seeing also some icing going on in Madison and then north part of Sioux Falls there as well. If I get this a little bit more specific, the reason why I wanted to break in is we're still waiting on some of the severe weather that's going to be impacting the southern plains later this evening. It's primarily going to be after 9 p.m. now. They've pushed it back quite a bit. I've been watching some of the chasers down there, but still impactful snow going on in areas of South Dakota. And when will this all stop in South Dakota? Let's take a look at the latest weather model. This is the latest run from the HRRR, and don't worry about that ticker that is going on below. Uh, so I reprogrammed this to now automatically update. Tornado warnings have priority one, severe thunderstorm warnings have priority two, and if there's none of those going on, then priority three is active winter storm warnings. So it'll give the latest ones and give the expiration of those. And that's throughout the entire United States. Took some programming and some tools to learn, but still, it is going to be interesting to see how that all works out. Thanks so much, Ryan, for the like. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and bring this up to speed. HRRR precip type here. As you look at 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time, still seeing some icing, but boy, oh boy, there is a lot of snow. Look at the gray here. That's the heavier band of snow around 7 p.m. So all that moisture is making its way up into areas of Redfield, Watertown, and then eventually by 9 p.m., it kind of muffles out, and midnight we start seeing some clearing. There's a look at 2 a.m. It pretty much is gone, at least for areas of South Dakota. And then by the time we get to 3 o'clock in the morning, still looking like it's going to be pretty much done. As far as the Twin Cities area, you're still going to be dealing with some of that in the St. Cloud area. If I bring this further over, you'll be able to see that. Is pretty impactful throughout Minnesota. Now, this polygon here, what that is, that's outlined in the pink, that is the mesoscale discussion that they have for 1 inch per hour snowfall rates. It's crazy to think that they were having that. Let's go back to a look at our live radar. And as you can see, this is a lot of icing and sleet, mixed precip, and then it's converting over to more of a snow, heavier band of snow right there. That's a live look at it. So let's go down to some of our chasers, see what they got going on down in two areas of Oklahoma. This polygon here, I wanted to mention if you have any friends or family that are in around the extreme southeastern portion of Nebraska, don't worry too much about that. The watch is unlikely there. Uh, Things just have not been able to get running as quickly as they had originally anticipated. And so we do have this southern region, just basically Kansas City metro area all the way over to Oklahoma City area for a slight risk this evening. Also, an isolated area of Fort Worth, Dallas, McKinney, Texas, Those are also getting impacted or going to get impacted later this evening with the severe weather. Let's go ahead and take a look at HRRR with the composite reflective outlook on that. All right, that's a look at 9 p.m. and it is going to be not ramping up, as I stated, until about 9 p.m. tonight. And that's going to be pretty significant once it does get rolling. Take a look at this. Storm Runner is set up pretty nicely along 81 there. And this area that is going to be near Hennessy, that'll be something that you want to watch out for around 11 p.m. So any of you folks that don't have a weather radio, you're going to be wanting to stay tuned as best as you can. That's also an area of Texas that's going to be pretty impactful area. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek at some of the specific risks. This has been updated and upgraded in some areas since this morning, so just be aware of that. So more of the tornado risk is right smack into Oklahoma City, Norman, Oklahoma, Shawnee, Oklahoma, Edmond, Stillwater, Pawnee, Broken Arrow, Tulsa. Those are all areas that are expecting to have um, at the very least, a brief touchdown of a tornado or two. And again, this is going to be late in the evening. So after 9 p.m., this is when things are going to get pretty significant. As you look there, the storm intensity, unfortunately, areas of Joplin, Missouri. Joplin, Missouri, about 3 o'clock in the morning, heads up. Joplin and Pittsburgh. Those would be areas of concern at 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, you're not going to hear those sirens possibly. You need to have a weather radio, so just be aware of that. This is the latest information from the HRRR weather model. This becomes more of a wind threat as we go into the evening and early morning hours. Sedalia, Springfield area. You can start seeing this line right here. This becomes a significant wind event as it pushes off east and hits eventually Sedalia on I-70. This is again at 3 o'clock in the morning estimates, or 5 o'clock, between 3 and 5. Depends on if this develops a little bit faster, but these are estimates based on the latest HRRR weather model. By the time we get to 6 and 7 a.m., it's pretty much more of a rain event and less of a severe threat. So again, the timing is crucial. 9 p.m. looks like when storms will initiate. And then by the time we get done with it, overall, 6 o'clock in the morning is when things start to finally die out a little bit. That is at least for tonight and the overnight hours. Now back to South Dakota. The precipitation for those just joining. It's going to continue to have heavier bands of snow throughout the evening hours. We're going to back this up a little bit. This is a look at estimated 4 p.m. This pink shade here is the icing or mixed precip, and then the gray portions, that is the heavier bands of snow. And I'm sorry I don't have a live cam other than Pier, but you can definitely tell in Pier it is coming down pretty good. And then 6 p.m., Watertown areas, Redfield, all getting heavier bands of snow until about 8 p.m. It kind of gets a little bit less heavy, let's say. And then moves on out about 3 a.m. That's the latest information. I do again want to mention these winter storm warnings. There's 17. That's not necessarily in South Dakota. That's not in South Dakota. It's winter weather advisories. The active winter storm warnings and active winter weather advisories are throughout the entire United States. The reason why I wanted to cover that is because there's going to be times that I'm going to be chasing different events that are throughout the United States. At least that's my goal. And I want to be able to know exactly if this information is accurate. And yes, active winter weather advisories, there's um, 11 of them. Now, that there, say, Henry, there's more than 11 squares in just South Dakota. Well, the active winter weather advisories covers number of different regions. So there could be a number of polygons, but it covers for a number of those. And then as far as the winter storm warnings, if you're just joining, wanted to mention the winter storm warnings below that ticker. It is programmed to give active winter storm warning information, and it gives the latest. It updates every 60 seconds. If there isn't another one issued by the National Weather Service that is active, then it'll continue the last one that it had active and until that one expires. Then what will happen is if there is a tornado warning, that gets precedence. So that ticker, basically what would happen is the winter storm warning ticker would go away and automatically it would load the ticker for tornado warning. Changes the color of the background and all that. And then what happens is, hey, if the tornado warning is expired, then a severe thunderstorm warning comes in. That would end up taking place of that. So basically, winter storm warning is priority 3. Severe thunderstorm warning is a priority 2. And of course, tornado warnings are a priority 1. Saving lives, that's what it's all about, right? All right, that's the latest information from the 605 Chaser Studios. Wanted to bring that information to you as quickly as possible. And we will get back to you if severe weather should break in this evening and if some chasers get rolling. But right now, as it stands, it's clear skies for much of Oklahoma area. All right, I'm going to let you all go. God bless, stay safe, and we'll be back if things should.